Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with the occasional review. Planning has always been my way of working out problems and solving the day-to-day issues in my life. Join me as I experiment on how to best tackle projects, figure out how to stick with habit tracking, and celebrate the wins, both big and small. So grab a cup or a glass of whatevs and let's get on with the video. Hey planner friends, so continuing on with my hot mess of a planning life, I thought I would show you what I'm going to be doing going forward. I am trying to get back into my traveler's notebook. I even changed out the cover. This is the gorgeous amber leather. This is the wildflower leather called amber. I don't know, whatever. It's been 100 years. Foxy Fix isn't a thing anymore. People always ask me about this cover and they love it. I wish that when they had been around, I had bought it in every size because it's literally my favorite leather and color. Here we are in the standard size, and I'm just trying to get my money's worth by going back into the dated planners that I bought by Travelers Company, which was the monthly and the weekly. So currently I have 4 inserts in this guy because it can hold a lot even though it's a single string. So we have a piggyback situation going on the inside, but I do love this cover. It's a beautiful fall, even summer, winter, spring, all of it, all the time cover. Okay, so here's the thing. I have a zippy pouch and I have one of those damn, what are they called? The card plasticky thingamajiggers as well. They're stupid. I hate them both. I mean, I love the way that they look. I don't love their functioning and the way they feel. If I put them at the very back, then they stick out and then my, elastic will dig into the plastic. I try to put my, what's it called? Pen in there so that it doesn't dig in, and sometimes I forget, and the struggle is real. It's real. I mean, right now my camera's not even trying to focus. I apologize. But it is what it is, and I'm over it. So I took them out, and everything I had in the zippy pouches, like all of this stuff, which is really great in there, I just kind of spread throughout so it's not all one thick hot mess. So like the stencils, instead of stacking them all in one place, I kind of tried to stagger them throughout so that it wouldn't be like all thick at the top, you know what I mean, like all like this, where the bottom, yeah, just crazy. What are words? I don't even know. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm trying to use my stencils more, so I've got them in here. This one's by, ooh goodness, that just flew out of my flipping hands. I could have murdered someone. A mouse or a bug or something. This is by Hobonichi Weeks. I love it mostly because the numbers are teeny tiny and I like that. These are some sticky notes that I had. I believe they're by Midori. You could probably get them, yeah, they're Midori, from Jet Pens. They're really pretty. I like them. I don't use them enough, so I put them in here hoping that I would use them. In here, I just have a ton of shit. I created these. You've seen these before. These are for breaking down the month into thirds. So you got your early month, your mid-month, and your late month here. So 10-day planning. And I don't know that I'm going to be doing these going forward. If I do, I'm going to change out the categories, but I have them. So I'm going to try to finish these up. This is how it looked before I broke it down into that little chart. I'm going to do something, I don't know what it is. These are stickers that come with that Travelers Company custom sticker kit. They have every single year. These sell out pretty fast, and I always try to use them because I have them. These are cool. These ones are that god-awful, French vanilla, but also so are these pages in here. I don't know if they match exactly because I feel it does. See, this looks less offensive than this, but they're the same. I guess I just don't really notice it. But I've been using these a little bit more. Okay, I used one. I swear, I had a whole nother sticker sheet and they're more sparse. I don't know where they are, but I have been trying to give these a go. Stickers aren't my thing, you guys. I'd rather use signifiers because I'm lazy about that kind of stuff. So this is the weekly. And for those of you who don't know, this comes in 2 booklets. So you get the first 6 months. This is the second 6 months of 2025. And I think that I am going to try to plan and do all of the things all in one place so that I can kind of figure out what's broken and what's not. That helps me a little bit more knowing what I need to buy, if anything, or what I want to do for the new year, 2026. I can't even believe it. Yeah, so I have a little sticky note here for me to write stuff on, so I don't randomly put things in the wrong place. I can just put it here and then move it to where it needs to go later, because sometimes if somebody calls me and they're like, oh, here's a meeting time or blah, blah, I have a tendency to just write it on the actual day that somebody tells me that. And I'm like, why, Sylvia? That's not where it goes. So I have this divided down the center. And then of course I have it divided here because I was like, I need a column for maybe just my meal planning here, but it doesn't need like its own insert or whatever, just like a little column section. It's not that serious. So we're going to see how that goes. This is the part of November down here at the bottom these last 2 days, and that's why this top part is empty, because for October I was in here and I'm not sure if I want to backfill that or whatever, but I did mention in my last video that I do like having kind of a 2 planner system. So a bullet journal with a standard dated planner seems to work best for me because I miss this, and when I'm in here I kind of think about this as well. I don't know if I miss it, but I do think about it. Maybe this will calm my brain. Maybe this is just anxiety and none of this stuff is going to matter. Anyway, yeah, so that's what my first insert is. And this is a hump, y'all. Look at that. It's a crazy hump. That's why this notebook in the back isn't attached to anything, so that I can move it to the front and write and have more of a flat, even surface, because as I mentioned, this only has one elastic in there, so I have to piggyback using a string to make all of this fit in here together. And I am just not about taking all of this apart just to take out one notebook to write on a flat surface and then put it back. I'm just not going to get that together. I'm too old. And you're like, Sylvia, I'm younger than you. I don't care. I feel like I'm 95 when it comes to things like this, okay? I'm not going to get it together. I think bully for you. You know what I mean? Just, I'm happy for you. I really am. I'm just not going to get it together. So that's my first insert. My second insert is just these dailies, which is the, I think it's like a 005 or something like that. So it's called the free daily or some nonsense, just meaning that yes, it's dated at the top. You can put like what day of the week it is, Monday, Tuesday, what have you. Now there is 2 months in this insert, and I thought since we only have 2 months left in the, I was gonna say in the new year, it's not a new year anymore, in 2025, that I would use this. Now I've done this in the past. I gave it a go and I got, I don't know, if I got bored and moved into something else, stuff happened. But I was kind of, you know, listing out stuff here and it worked fine. Like it wasn't like the system was terrible or anything. I didn't mind it. I moved on, I think, or something like that. I should probably write that down or watch my own videos, and that way I know. But anyway, yeah, so I tried this out and I was numbering things because that was like the new Writer Carol situation system with his dailies, where he would like write down like a list of things he needed to do for the day, and then he would go and number in what order he felt like he needed to do them. And so I was trying that out and I just like it. It was fine. So I thought, yeah, 2 months. I'm going to give it a go. Let's see if we can stick in here. And so this is going to be my daily bullet journal. For those of you who are like, Sylvia, I thought in the past you were like, this is a lot for a daily. For some days it's going to be, but I also think that I'm going to put other things here as I did here. I don't know what I put here. What did I put here? Like social media that I was watching that day, which is nice just to note, a little bit of notes or what have you. I was doing like a timeline over here off to the side, which was nice too, which is a little separate from like the things I need to do. Yeah, so like for days that I'm kind of busy, I don't mind doing like a time ladder situation, and then a few notes about things that I was listening to, reading, and what have you. So it's not that serious, but I can fill up the page if I need to. For most of us, I feel like a daily, like half of this would be fine. And you could get like 2 days on one page, but they are numbered and I want to try that out and see how it goes. There are only 30 days in November, so this last page, if I need it for notes or anything for like a review, I could divide this in half. Again, I always tried to make a space for a review, hoping that I will, you know, fill it out, but I never do. This could be a review for November, cut it in half and do December here, since there are 31 days in December and I won't have an extra page. There is this white page here and here if I needed to write something else, but not that serious, and that's what sticky notes are for. The third notebook I have in here is the monthly, and this was seriously underutilized, you guys. I don't even know if I need to buy this ever again, because I feel like I fail at it every single year, but I feel like I need it also, so every year. And I have no evidence as to why I would. Does that make sense? So I went ahead and I pre-decorated these with these cute little textured stickers. I don't remember who they're by, but they're adorable. And I thought, well, I'm just going to put them on here because I've had them for years and never used them. So I was like, let's just use them all up and be done. I'm also using these guys here. They're not the most amazing colors, but they are see-through, and you can tell the numbers if you cover them, which is really nice. Most of the dot stickers I have, if I covered the number, you wouldn't be able to see them through because they're transparent. That's the word, my God, I'm looking for. So green for me is anything to do with writing, orange is any deadlines, yellow are holidays, and anything that is blue are any dates for my niece Jade. And that's basically what I have set up here. If you're wondering about the color, so this is like an olive green. So that's marking the first 10 days of the month, which is early month. And then we have the mid-month here. And then that is like in a, I don't know, like a taupe color. And then we have this gray that was dying on me. It was dying and it caused me to like push hard, and then I made the line look crazy. But this is, you know, the end of the month, late month. And so that is me breaking down my month into thirds and, you know, getting 10-day planning in there. It does give me January of 2026. I did go ahead and mark things, but I didn't feel like, I don't know, I don't feel like I'm going to be in here for any of that. So it's not that serious. Maybe I will be. I don't really know. But these little stickers, you guys, they are so stinking cutesy. I know, look at the texture. It feels really cute. It almost feels like they have fur, even though they don't. I loved it. Okay, so then my last, I just have some cute stickers here because I'm like, use your stickers. Shop your shelf. My last notebook I've had twice. I set this up, I don't even know when, and I never used it. It's a line notebook. And I love the line notebooks by Traveler's Company. I really do. I put it in at the beginning of the year or something at some point and didn't use it again. Now I'm actually using it. Why? Because everyone kept talking about Taylor Swift and Lily Allen and their albums. And I was like, I've never sat down and listened to an album like as a whole. You know, I've listened to it as a fan. Like, I'm like, okay, oh, you know, Adele has a new album out. I'm just going to listen to my favorite songs and I'll go through, and if something catches my eye, or my ear, I should say rather, I'll write down as like, oh my God, I love number 5. And I'll listen to number 5 on a loop until I don't listen to it anymore. But I rarely ever sit down and listen to the entire album as a writer and looking at the words. So I did that with a bunch of Taylor Swift's because they couldn't stop talking about her. And I was like, what are they even talking about? Because I don't really know all that about Taylor Swift. Does she have a few bops? Yes. But I don't really know anything about her as a writer or her life or whatever. That is a rabbit hole, people. Don't go down it. I listened to Lily Allen's album. She's batshit crazy, and I feel a little sad for her too, but a little crazy too. And I like a little crazy. That makes you interesting. So I listened to her album, and I was just like, basically, I write down, I don't want people to yell at me because they're like, how could you not give that a better score? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I just write down the title and then every single song numbered out, and then I put from 1 to 5 stars for each song, and then I add them up at the end and see what I gave the entire album as a whole. And then I liked this because there was a couple of rappers I did this for, and then I went online and listened to a lot of people and what they were thinking about the album, and I was learning more about the artists and their writing and why they wrote what they did. Like, there were stories behind that, and I really thought it was fun and I liked it. So if you're someone who struggles with journaling, I would highly recommend keeping a journal like this. I'm sure people have been doing this forever and they're like, Sylvia, you're so behind the times. I just couldn't like do any of that because I was like, I don't care. But now that I've started, I'm totally going to do it. And part of the reason why I wanted to put it in here is because I did buy that fancy schmancy, which I haven't even taken out of my drawer. I can't even show you because it's put away. Because because I had all the intentions to use it. I bought the fancy schmancy, like, Traveler's Company, I don't know what the hell they're called, binder that houses these. And do you remember that in my beginning haul of 2025? Anyway, I bought that and I thought, what would I even put in there? I don't even like my chicken scratch handwriting, but this is something I would absolutely put in there because I can be like, oh yeah, their last album, what did I give them? What were the songs that were my favorite on there? And I can refer to it. And I really like that, especially when they're going to come out with a new album, because I can be like, okay, what do I think about this one as a whole? And they've grown as a person and as an artist. But again, I'm only really looking at it as a writer, from a writer's perspective. So that's really cool. And I'm enjoying that. And yeah. And that's when I have time. So there is everything that I think I'm going to be using and doing for the last of the 2 months that are left in 2025. I can't even believe it. It's just making me laugh because I feel like we just started that. And so, yeah, I am going to be continuing to use this. So November is all set up in here. And it's very like loosey-goosey, not that serious. It's not, I haven't even, you know, gone through and added any color or anything, but I did it all in one day. So I wouldn't have to do this again. I could have just focused on doing dailies. And my dailies, sometimes they're big, sometimes they're square, sometimes they're a whole page. It's not that serious. I mentioned in my last video that I numbered these. Instead of numbering you know, 1 through 60, I went backwards so that I could add more pages if I needed. Is that crazy? I think it's kind of genius, but whatever. So that way, if I have a page of fillings about somebody's album, or like a list, actually I could say a list, a collection of other artists. I want to do more rap because I can talk to my partner about that because that's his favorite. I can have a list of my favorite rap artists and new rap artists that I need to listen to their whole album. And then whenever I need to refer to this page, like I'm here, I can just write down, you know, page 40. So that I know where that information and notes are. And I do have 2 pages per album in here. So it's like 1 page is for the list of all of the songs and how long the album is and what year the album was created and all that jazz. And then the next page is for any lyrics that I really like. I write down like quotes and stuff like that and thoughts and feelings. Okay, yeah, so that was just a long-winded, I'm starting to figure it out. I'm working on it. And if my other video was just all over the place like Lily Ellen, I'm getting it together. Her and I are getting it together in 2026, maybe. I don't really know. All right, so that's everything. Let me know what you're doing down below. And if you've ever thought about, you know, just listening to an album all the way through and collecting your thoughts and how does that go and how do you house that? Because this is working well for me. I don't want it to be anything beautiful or crazy that I share on the internet because then it's going to become a chore and I'm not going to get it together. Right now, I don't even have like, a picture of the album. I feel like when I finish a whole insert, I will make a PDF of that with all of the ones I've done, and then I'll cut them out and put them in there. Because before, I would like make a whole page PDF of all of the books I wanted to read and cut them all out, and then I wouldn't even get to them. And it was a waste. It was a waste of ink. It was a waste of time. And then it felt like, oh, this is like a habit challenge situation. And then my brain was like, do not want to do. So this is working out well. I'm not going to make it more complicated than I have to. My phone is continuously ringing, so I better go. All right. So that's everything for October. I'm filming these back to back so that I get them done because it's been so long since I've had time to do this because writing's going well. Life is, you know, staying busy in a good way, a productive way. So I hope that your October went well and that beginning of your November is light and easy enough that you can ease into whatever planner or system that you are trying out. And hopefully this is going to work for me. Let me know what works for you down below. All right, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.